Welcome. Thanks for being here. My name is Jenny, and I would like to welcome you here tonight to the very first of many house concerts that we plan to have in this house. This home was built in 1904, and for over 120 years, it has stood here in Edmonton's River Valley, watching the neighborhood grow, holding stories, gathering people around tables. I'm sure if these walls could talk, they would have all kinds of stories to tell us. And tonight we get to add a new chapter to the history that has taken place in this house and fill the building with live local music. And we're really thrilled to be able to do that, and we're thrilled to have you here as our guests to do that. At Little Brick, we are deeply committed to supporting and promoting local artists, and especially in the River Valley, in Edmonton in general. We're very proud of Edmonton culture and want to contribute in all the ways that we can to building that and growing that and promoting that. So thank you for being here as a part of that. We really believe that music belongs in spaces like this, spaces that are intimate, spaces that are small, spaces where you can be really close to the musician, and although John probably doesn't want you to touch him, you could touch him when you're not close. We really believe that together we won't just hear the music, but we can feel the music and be a part of the music. And we'll have some conversation today and be a part of hearing the story behind the music as well. So I'm really lucky to be able to do that. So again, thank you for being a part of this new tradition that we plan to continue on for a long time with many musicians, and we hope that you will be back, and we hope that you will bring your friends or tell your friends. Maybe when it gets warm, we'll move outside for a little bit also. Not today though, clearly. We also want to make sure that you come back to Little Brick if you haven't been. Many people have, but if you haven't been, we hope that you will join us for brunch during our regular operating hours as well. So we have a 20% off gift to give you as you leave. So we will give you that gift and hope to see you back for brunch another day as well. Also a huge thank you to Prairie Song Alliance, who's helping us bridge the gap between cafe and a house and Edmonton music scene. And so Paul is here from Prairie Song Alliance, and I will pass it over to Paul to give me the official introduction from John.
Yeah, small house and big guy. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks for having us and for supporting live music in Edmonton. Thanks to all of you for being here and for supporting John. I know that a lot of you know John well and are supporters of his. Maybe some of you haven't heard him, I'm not sure, but we're very grateful that you're here, very grateful for this space to be able to celebrate live music in a very unique way. Often when you see a local artist, you're seeing them on a big stage in a big venue, and it's loud and there's a band and there's lights and all that kind of thing. Tonight it's a very intimate experience, like Jenny said, and we're very excited about that. Just a little bit of window into how tonight's going to go if you didn't know. So we're going to have a set of music here to begin the evening, and then we're going to have a short break where you can top up your drinks, use the washroom if you need to, do what you got to do. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do something a little bit unique where we're going to have a conversation with John Hewitt. So I've got some questions that I've got prepared to ask him, but we're going to have a roaming microphone. Clark's going to have it in the audience. If you have some questions that you would like to ask John, you're welcome to. John is just a wonderful human being. I'm sure you know that. He's been a singer-songwriter for years and years. He comes to us from Sault Ste. Marie, but I don't know if we can say that anymore. I'm sure he would say that. But he's beloved here in Edmonton. He's just such a strong part of our Edmonton music community. We're such a family here in this town, and he's just a beloved part of it. His music is transcendent. He's a storyteller, not only of his own stories, but he writes from perspectives that are not his own so eloquently, so poetically. You can see yourself in the music that he writes, and it's such a wonderful thing to be able to experience. And we're so lucky to be able to experience it from just feet away tonight. So would you join me in welcoming John Hewitt?
shooting star. Everyone knows who you are. Dying is all in all a state of mind. The restaurant will be closing soon, hitting on this frosted moon. Nothing but our love to hide behind. Traded our misfortunes, told our broken thoughts. Innocent and lying still on God's paved parking lot. But she was there and I was there, and they were there and we were there. Better times will come for her and I. She was taken when we met, a broken girl I can't forget. She added up confusion with her time. She came with me one summer night, feeling that the time was right for loving, crying, dreaming, and drinking wine. Traded our misfortunes, told our blistered souls, only to fall back in time to a place that never heals. But she was there and I was there, and they were there and we were there. Better times will come for her and I. Her father was a sober man, he never had a drink in hand. Still he had a fist to hold a grudge. His daughter was the sweetest thing. She was sweeter than most anything, but not too sweet to kick down in the mud. Ravaged her and beat her within inches of her life. Never half as bad as the way he kept his wife. But she was there and I was there, and they were there and we were there. Better times will come for her and I. Settled in a quiet spot where loneliness could not get caught. Drifted far apart just like the tide. Loneliness had passed us by, and our distance could have reached the sky. With the rules I know I did abide. Some things are for lovers, some for those who run. Some things never work out, Lord, some things just don't get done. But she was there and I was there, and they were there and we were there. Better times will come for her and I. Better times will come for her and I. They're gonna come for her and I. Gonna come for her and I. Thank you very much. I'm going to try this one. Trying some new stuff, some old stuff that I haven't played before, because I know a few of you have seen me a few thousand times. We call them Hewheads, folks who follow me around. So I thought I'd do some songs we haven't played in a while. And by we, I mean the royal we, because I'm here by myself, but I do have a band, and I'm glad they're not with me, because we're not getting along at the moment. That's a lie. Sitting here staring at a clock that died 20 long years ago. Never done nothing so wrong to me that I couldn't get back on my own 2 feet. Sitting here staring at a clock that died 20 long years ago. You need love and you need a hope. You need to pack yourself another rope. You need to turn your water into red, red wine. Drink it all up before the well runs dry. lying in bed, listen to an old dog box 26 hours a day. 27, 28, 29 hours. If he keeps it on up, he'll be pushing up flowers. Lying in bed, listen to an old dog barks 26 hours a day. You need love and you need hope. You need to pack yourself another rope. You need to turn your water into red, red wine and drink it all up before the well runs dry. Don't raise a glass for me, and don't you sing no funeral dirge. Be mindful of the rumors and the backstreet talk you heard. Because a man, he ain't worth nothing if he ain't worth his word. Sitting here staring at a clock that died 20 long years ago. It's never done nothing so wrong to me that I couldn't get back on my own 2 feet. Sitting here staring at a clock that died 20 long years ago. You need love and you need hope. You need to pack yourself another rope. You need to turn your water into red, red wine and drink it all up before the well runs dry. Turn your water into red, red wine and drink it all up before the well runs dry. Now, when I first agreed to do this, I thought this was going to be a little bit more like The Tonight Show, where we have banter back and forth. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. You're free to cut in whenever you want, especially I do this thing where I start talking and I don't stop. And so it'd be great if you could help me out once in a while. It's another old song of mine that I released it on a record called the Black Box Recordings, because there was this studio in Toronto when I lived there that I recorded at called Black Box Recordings, or something like that. And I've always liked this song, but I just released a demo form, and I don't know if there's going to be a new version of it coming out, but I'll play it for you right now, here tonight in this beautiful room. This is called The Emerald City. Take me back to the halls of the Emerald City, where the wild wolves howl towards the moon. That midnight train, and the night goes gently passing all along the D-line through and through. And I'll call your name like a gypsy, full of wonder at the sound of a long gun spilling powder through the trees and the basset hounds. My poor heart, it seems to be disappearing all along the restlessness in the rain. That midnight train, and the night goes gently passing all along the D-line in my brain. Call your name like a gypsy, full of wonder at the sound of a long gun spilling powder through the trees and the basset hounds. Take me back to the halls of the Emerald City, where the wild wolves cast towards the shore. That midnight train, and the night still gently passing all along the D-line forevermore. And I call your name like a gypsy, full of wonder at the sound of a long gun spilling powder through the trees and the basset hounds. Yeah, I'll call your name like a gypsy, full of wonder at the sound of a long gun spilling powder through the trees and the basset hounds. Thank you. After talking to people at shows, you meet all sorts of different people, and sometimes they tell you their life story. Sometimes they tell you about their knee replacement surgery. My shows don't always have the youngest demographic. No offense, kid. Anyways, this song came from one of those conversations. The other day I saw a miner, and his face was all black with dirt. Said he wouldn't trade his life for nothing. Said the good outweighed the hurt. It ain't so bad, it's a living thing. Steady paycheck feels alright. Well, every morning I go underground, but I see my wife and kids each night. Have you ever seen a ghost, kid? Have you ever thought of quitting, kid? You're too out country for my Sunday show, kid. So you better keep rambling on. We don't like the way you talk, kid. We don't think that you belong, kid. About all the places that you've been, kid. So you better keep rambling on. I got dreams, but they ain't taking. I've seen all my worlds collide. I've been to Nashville, I've been out dancing beneath the stars of an LA skyline. It ain't so bad, it's a living thing. I may still go underground. Living might just be the death of me. Then on to glory I'll be bound. But we don't like the way you talk, kid. About all the places that you've been, kid. We don't think that you belong, kid. So you better keep rambling on. Have you ever seen a ghost, kid? Have you ever thought of quitting, kid? You're too out country for my Sunday show, kid. So you better keep rambling on. Have you ever seen a ghost, kid? Have you ever thought of quitting, kid? You're too out country for my Sunday show, kid. So you better keep a rambling on. Thank you. I heard you're headed off to Iceland. You're flying second class. I just hope that I'm not the punchline when the people you meet start to laugh. Well, then I heard you're off to London. Well, if it's so, say hello to me. Well, there's someone out there that I used to know, but I don't know if she'd remember me. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels to be loved by you. I heard you're headed back to Canada just about the time that the rivers freeze. I hope I'm there to keep you warm, keep you from the northwestern breeze. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels to be loved by you. To be loved by you, baby, baby, Hey now, mama, don't you look so sad, 'cause you lost every dream that you once thought you had. So your knight in shining armor, he never came. Well, that's okay. He would have rusted in the rain. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels to be loved by. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels. I want you to know how good it feels to be loved by you. Thank you. It's midnight in Montana. The moon is sitting low. She gets on a plane to take her back to Ohio. The jangling of the wind chimes to her apricot kisses. They're cutting up the land out here, selling it off in pieces. Yeah, and it was a night of passion. It was a night of bliss, with the moonlight in the mountains and the taste of her sweet kiss. Maybe it'll never happen, something blue and something borrowed. But both wake up feeling low down. Yesterday's tomorrow. I think I would crawl up the Beartooth Highway just to get me a glimpse of you standing in the sun. Tear my jeans and I'd scrape my knees, wear my fingers down to the bone. Just get me a look at you on the lonely way back home. Yeah, and it was a night of passion. It was a night of bliss, with moonlight in the mountains and the taste of her sweet kiss. Maybe it'll never happen, something blue and something borrowed. We both wake up feeling low down. Yesterday's tomorrow. Some doors remain open, some windows forever closed. Some things will go unnoticed, yeah, baby, that's just the way it goes. She gets on a plane to take her back to Ohio. It's midnight in Montana, it's 40 degrees below. And it was a night of passion, it was a night of bliss, with the moonlight in the mountains and the taste of that sweet kiss. Maybe it'll never happen, something blue and something borrowed. Both wake up feeling low down. Yesterday's tomorrow. She gets on a plane, take her back to Ohio. It's midnight in Montana, it's 40 degrees below. Thank you very much. This is a song of mine inspired by Mr. Bobby D. This is called Why Won't You Come See Me, Emma Rose. It's 10 minutes to midnight. She's in the alley with a broken nose, and the sidewalk parts like a Red Sea as she crawls searching for sacred scrolls. Next walks in the professor, saying I've got a confession to make. Casanova scoffs at the transistor radio, wondering when's he gonna get his big break. The home crowd screams as the slamming of the screen door makes her feel so low. So why won't you come see me? 'Cause you know I'm so alone. Why won't you come see me, Emma Rose? You're my lover in the dead of the night. You're my beacon of the open road. She met a man from Paris. He said, you know it's pronounced Patty. She said, you look just like an old nightmare. He said, you feel just like a brand new dream. Now they're drinking expired gin and tonic in the mansion made of bones on the hill. You know you gotta take it slow now, honey, 'cause that rock gut's gonna get you killed. The whole crowd screams as I slam another screen door. It makes you feel so low. Why won't you come see me? 'Cause you know I'm so alone. Why won't you come see me, Emma Rose? You're my lover in the dead of the night. You're my beacon of the open road. Well, she cried to the world, come and get me, 'cause I'm as honky-tonk as you can get, with my cowboy boots and leather tassels, and a hip shake even the Pope won't forget. But the narrator is taking his shoes off, and from him she bums a cigarette. And you know there's things that you want so bad, but you just can't have them yet. The whole crowd screams as I slam another screen door. It makes you feel so low. Why won't you come see me? 'Cause you know I'm so alone. Why won't you come see me, Emma Rose? You're my lover in the dead of the night. You're my beacon of the open road. Just then they tied up Apollo and they forced him in a limousine as the hurricane swept through the back streets of Harlem as they dined on French cuisine. She said it was only a phase she was going through. You know, sometimes in life that's how it goes. You know, some people just can't be bothered anymore to get the blood stains out of the clothes. And the home crowd screams as I slam another screen door. It makes you feel so low. So why won't you come see me? 'Cause you know I'm so alone. Why won't you come see me, Emma Rose? You're my lover in the dead of the night. You're my beacon of the open road. Somewhere she fell out of harmony. Now she's got blisters on her hands and her feet. And she used to pray to the Lord above, but now she just kisses his feet. And Apollo, he must have overheard her, 'cause he sent down a book of poems. And he laid it down by her naked body and wrote the epitaph for her tombstone. And said the whole crowd screams as I slam another screen door. Made her feel so low. So why won't you come see me? 'Cause you know I'm so alone. Why won't you come see me, Emma Rose? You're my lover in the dead of the night. You're my beacon of the open road. that girl, now ain't she sweet? Walking on down a dead-end street, listening to my song on the radio. Destiny's gonna have its day when I'm laid to rest and the kings all say, well, this boy could have had the world, but he traded it all for a jive-talking girl. Hey, hey. I get mystified by your sweet love every day. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. I get mystified by your sweet love every day. And I'm telling you it's just this way. See that girl, now ain't she fine? She's built just like a bottle of Chardonnay wine, listening to my song on the radio. Heaven sent me some kind of sign to get that girl on the weary mind. And when I'm finally free, I'm gonna crawl back to her, my hands and knees. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I get mystified by your sweet love every day. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I get mystified by your sweet love every day. I'm telling you it's just this way. Yo, lo, lo, yo, lo, lo, I'm telling you it's just this way. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. I get mystified by your sweet love every day. Mystified by your sweet love every day. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I get mystified by your sweet love every day. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Now, now. Oh, now I get mystified by your sweet love every day. Mystified by your sweet love every day. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Now, now. Hey, now I get mystified by your sweet love every day. Thank you very much. And to Prairie Song Alliance and Little Brick Cafe for putting this on here tonight.
So we mentioned at the beginning of the evening that John is local to Edmonton. He grew up in the Sioux, but John is a touring artist, and that's pretty cool that we get to have an intimate show with you here. But I'm just wondering, for those of us who don't spend any time on the road, what is something about sort of the road, the touring process that we might not expect to be true that you could tell us that has surprised you about being a touring artist?
The beauty of Imodium. Or, yeah, sorry. Been waiting for years for somebody to ask me that. No, I tour a lot as a solo musician, which usually actually is very lonely and can be hard if you're gone for long weeks at a time. And so I try not to do that much anymore. But there's also a positive to that, because usually when I'm on the road, I don't know, most people understand the modern life of a musician is probably about 90% sitting on a computer and making reels for Instagram and TikTok, and then you go out and play 2 sets. So we really cling on to these moments where we get to be in front of people. But on the road, the solitude is actually quite nice because I'm not on my computer. And I love to drive, and I play all my favorite music that I don't get to listen to. So there's sort of, the touring is great, playing in front of audiences, selling merch, playing my songs, that's fantastic. But sometimes sitting in the car, you start to feel like, oh, this is the reason I got into this. You get to listen to that music and really reflect on it, because I was talking on the break that, music just isn't consumed the same way that it used to be. And so I still have a car that has a CD player in it. And so I get to listen to CDs. And so, yeah, I think that's, I don't know if that answers your question. I should have stuck with the Imodium bit.
No, it's a great answer, actually. I actually have a follow-up question to that. But does anyone have anything they want to ask John? Okay, all right. Right back here. Okay.
As a songwriter, what comes first for you, the lyrics or the music?
Usually, there's a great video of John Mayer describing how a song should come about, and everybody writes differently, but it's whenever there's that thing, whatever that thing is, that makes you start humming, makes you start making noise or strumming a chord or whatever. And for me, once it starts happening, it's sort of simultaneous. I very rarely just sit down and write words, and I very rarely just play the guitar. If I'm writing, both have to be happening sort of at the same time. And a lot of people aren't like that. I always tell people I'm the kind of songwriter that, it's like it was my wedding day and I said, sorry, I'm going to be late, I'm writing a song. So, but yeah, for me, both at the same time usually.
Did that happen, Ivy?
No, she was late because she had to go get Arby's. That's true. I did. Yeah. Well, he said, you want to be there to receive your wife. And I said, no, I want to play my guitar. And then he said sternly, I think you want to be there to receive your wife. And I said sternly, I think I want to play my guitar. And so I picked a song that I had written for her, but it only has 4 verses. And when it was a lot of wedding photographer people here right now, they tell you to walk slow so that everyone can see you come down the aisle. And depending on how long the aisle is, that could take a very long time. So I started making up words. I was saying the wrong things. I didn't have enough verses to cover it. I played the song 4 times by the time it was done. So that's all true.
I believe it. Millions wouldn't. That's great. Awesome. Anybody else have one right now? Okay, we got one right here.
Okay. I'm glad you have a car with a CD player, John. I do, too.
Did you bring it here tonight?
Neither of them, no, unfortunately. I have 2. My wife's car doesn't have one, which we drove today. But I find that, too, that listening in the car, I like to listen at home, too. But, yeah, there's something about that. My question, 2 parts, really. I think a lot of people... We've heard, if those of us who've heard you, bits of, your past music, how you started. It'd be interesting to hear a little bit about that, how you really got started, and then sort of the thing that made you think this is going to be, my career, my calling. And then the second part is, I'd like to jump forward. Here we are, as you said, things have changed a lot in the music industry. Where are we going? What's that trajectory, and where is John Hewitt, say, in 10 years with that?
I'm going to have to write a book to answer this one.
And where are the rest of us, John? Take us with you.
Well, I'd like to predict all of your futures individually. Well, I started off, I think, like a lot of people. My dad played guitar, and so it was in the house. It wasn't like an everyday thing. He wasn't a professional musician. He didn't play, but he played at home. And when we would go out to camp, all my uncles would bring out their guitars, and I would always wonder why they would get acting squirrely by midnight, but it's because they were all drinking, and I was 10. I didn't know the difference. And so I've heard, so many of these old country songs and stuff that these people would play, and then so I wanted to pick up a guitar. And of course, once I got a guitar, I wanted to play Tom Petty, and my dad was like, Tom Petty's garbage. So I wanted to learn every Tom Petty song, because I was a teenager, and that's what you do. But it was, to me, it was, a part of growing up where music was just a part of something you were doing, or it wasn't. I've heard some people say that music has become a background thing. And like, I love music in film, and it adds to the emotion in scenes in films and so many different things. But there's, when it's on in a restaurant and it's in the background and you're not focusing on it, is much different than being in a room right now, listening to a musician or watching a band or going. So I think the way we listen to music is much different than it used to be. So it was really special for me to actually be hanging around. These guys weren't great guitar players. They had no aspirations to be famous. They just wanted to sing some country songs, and no ego, anything like that. And so that, I think, was a really good thing for me, getting introduced to music. And to fast forward, I'll be fortunate if I can just be an old drunk uncle somewhere playing guitar. So.
That's a great answer. You're almost like 3/4 of the way there, I'm sure. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Awesome. Anybody have a follow-up? That was a great question. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Did you want more of a serious answer to where music's headed?
No, that was good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to hear an answer to that question too, actually. Yeah. That's good. So I have a question also just about the kind of start. I know part of the answer to this question, but I'd like to hear you tell it. So back to kind of growing up in the Sioux, the band name. So because I know this comes up a lot. I know you get some feedback about this, especially these days. So John Hewitt and the New Americans. So why, John? Why the New Americans?
I know I should have gone with the 51ers, but no, that's too soon. Well, here's a story before that story. I'm from Sault Ste. Marie, and my father worked at the steel plant, so it's very standard living in the Sioux. That's what so many people grew up with, and being laid off and whatnot. But hearing all the stories about all the bars and the local bars that they had, and some of them were so scuzzy that you so badly wanted to play in them. Because when you're 14, 15 years old, making $20 or $50 at a dingy bar is the greatest thing in the world. And so I started doing that, but I was fortunate. This is a cool story, and this is sort of a recent thing that's happened. My mentor, I would say, in the Sioux was a guy named Rusty McCarthy, and one of the best musicians I've ever met. Perma-stoned, great musician, great player, intuitive, would make faces at you when you did the wrong thing, you'd learn a lot from him. And he was Mary Margaret O'Hara's longtime guitar player in Toronto, who is the sister of Catherine O'Hara. And so he was involved in like the Second City people. He was friends with all of them. He used to go to the Muskokas, and hang out with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell and all that. He played at John Candy's funeral. But he was a humble guy, and you wouldn't know it, that he had done all of these things. And so when I came back to the Sioux, or when he came back to the Sioux, I had asked him, like, what places do you play? And he said, I'll play anywhere, but I won't play Reggie's or the New American. And so I immediately wanted to play both of those places. And so I played Reggie's, which is the dankest bar you've ever been to, with a red carpet that still had all the blood and the puke on it from the 80s. And you played in this little stage that was about 4x4, and you put the full band on there. And you had to play 40-minute sets, And if the music got shut off on the break and you weren't on stage, Max, the 90-year-old bartender, would start throwing stuff at you. And it was the kind of place where the women were bigger and meaner than the men, and the men were old. It was just, but everybody in town went there because everybody could go there. It was this bizarre atmosphere. The New American was not as cool, but I liked the name better because John Hewitt and the Reggies doesn't make sense. But it's named after a pub in my hometown. It's not political or anything like that. Yeah. And a lot of people get asked or ask me about that. And I've toured the States a lot. I've only had one person bring it up down there, but I'm not sure what they think down there with the name. But okay. I like it. I think it has a ring to it, and I'm not going to let what's going on down there change my mind.
Yeah, no, there you go. Yeah. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah,
and it's plural, Americans, so it involves. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I should have been with Bad Bunny at the NFL Super Bowl.
Yeah, he had a pretty extensive list. That's right. Yeah, which we, That's right. So I have a follow-up question to that, and then we'll bring it back to you folks. But so if you don't know about John has toured extensively in the U.S. And has gotten lots of questions about that too, and has had some really thoughtful answers to it. So if you haven't heard about that, I'd like to give John a chance to talk to us about that here now. So especially this climate where a lot of folks are just talking about do I go, do I not go, do I support the the economy, that kind of thing. You have made lots of really great connections. You're touring down there. You've got lots of community that you've developed. So can you just share some thoughts on how you've sort of fostered that community and how you feel about continuing to build that sort of base for your music?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is songwriters, musicians, artists, they're not elected. So, whatever an elected official might be doing, it shouldn't really affect how you listen to music. And I totally appreciate people who want to support Canada and Canadian things and protest or boycott. And I like when people make up their own minds and decide what they want to do. For me, there have been times where I couldn't get work in Canada just because I didn't get hired for things, so you kind of go where the work is, and that's initially why I started touring down there. And as a result, I've actually, long before Trump got back in the second time, I was not getting work back here because I was touring down there. So it was kind of it's held me back a little bit here, but at the same time, like I said, you got to go where the work is sometimes. And if I want to work here. And I do work here, and we're here right now, and I'm working tonight. But, there's opportunities all over, and most of my opportunities have involved songwriters and other musicians. There's no politics involved. And I don't usually talk politics at gigs anyways, because I think you're all crazy. But I respect the fact that people are allowed to voice their opinions, and I don't think people should ever refrain from doing that. But for me, musically speaking, I've met so many great people anywhere I've been: Canada, U.S., Ireland, the bathroom, and so it's. I think it's a good idea that if you don't want to go, don't go. That's your decision. If you do want to go, I think you should go. I think if there's something you want to do down there, if there's a concert you want to go see, I cross the border a lot, and they've been really good, especially because I have to get a visa when I go down. Yeah. The Canadians need a visa to tour in the U.S., so I've always gone with the paperwork and a stamp on my passport, and so, but I guess at the end of the day, it's to each their own. Whatever your beliefs are, follow them, and I follow mine, and hopefully we can still just hang out and play some tunes. And because to me, I think sitting down singing songs for me is a good opportunity to not think about that stuff. So that's that.
That's great. Thanks, John. Awesome.
And here's to the beauty of Imodium.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Would you like to? Could you share one parting thought with us, John, before we? We'll maybe get you to sing a few more tunes for us here right away. But why don't you close off this section of the evening? Anything you'd like to share from your heart? Serious or not?
No.
No. All right.
Well, first I should say, are there any more questions? Is anybody else? So.
Oh shit! There's a lot. That's all right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, go for it.
Is this on? Oh, it is. Your song, like especially over the last few years, you've written so much, and I wonder, is it ever a struggle to write a song? Do you ever and if so, what do you struggle with, or is there a specific song that you have in mind that was?
I think I've learned the hard way or the long way to, when you're young and writing, you write everything. You think everything's good. And then you realize that, when you're that age, when you're a teenager or whatever, you're probably not good at anything. Maybe running or, drinking beer underage or something. But I think the more you do anything, you get better at it. And you sort of stop thinking about it. And it gets to the point where if you have to think about it, then it's probably not working. And just like how many times have we all been driving down the highway and you say, where did the last 2 hours go? I don't remember driving through Red Deer. It's because you've been doing, and if you're still driving, good for you. But, but there's so many things we do that once you get used to it, now at the same time, you have to be very self-critical. So what I do is if I'm not feeling like writing, if it's not hitting me, it's just I'm not a songwriter until it comes back. And so oftentimes I don't think of things as writer's block anymore. I just go, I'm not a songwriter right now, and it'll come back to me. And when it happens, it's going to be intense, and my wife's going to hate me, and I'm going to be singing the same chorus of one song for 3 weeks straight, looking for the verse. But until then, I don't have to do that. And think of a song that was a struggle. I think the answer is actually no. Based on that reasoning that everything I've ever written is usually completely put together in about 30 minutes. Like every song you've heard, not the production, not the studio recordings, but song front to back has been, it starts happening, I start writing it down, 30 minutes, I've got a song. But I'm not one of those people that can sit and work on a song, and those people have a completely different kind of discipline I wish I had, because all the songs I might write if I did discipline myself. But I'm just the one person where it's like it comes from somewhere and then it's gone, and if I'm lucky, I take a picture of it. So
Sounds like being a songwriter when you're a songwriter is a good idea then.
I'm a little jealous, truthfully. Yeah, that's.
Got a question?
Thank you for coming in. Did you have a good time?
Oh, yes, I did. Of course I did. Especially because you're here.
That's awesome. Right on. Well, my friend, what do you think? Oh, was there one more? Okay, all right. You're good? That was, yeah, agreed. Yeah, for sure.
See, I wish I had people around me that would, like in social situations, no, I think this is where we should cut this off. Very good, I like that. That's...
All right. Well, I think we should get John to sing a few more for us, and we'll take this night home.
I don't know who's wrong or right. Who could ever find the truth? I'll give my eye for yours, babe. I'll give my tooth for your tooth. So let them all shine on forever. Let them all shine on forever. Baby, don't you let go now. Whoa, whoa. Ain't it a shame to feel so small? Yeah, it's a shame to feel so down. I will bury you in the jailhouse, babe, and I'll steal your thorny crown, so let 'em all shine on forever. Let 'em all shine on forever. And baby, don't you let go now. Whoa, whoa, baby, don't you let go now. Whoa, whoa. He who's the fool is surely living. He who receives is surely given. He who's running never stops. He who's poor knows what he's got, so let 'em all shine on forever. 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 Baby, don't you let go now. Whoa, whoa. Baby, don't you let go now. Whoa, whoa. Baby, don't you let go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is called Mason's Garden. Mason was a dealer, he sold heroin on the black market. Spent his life a wanted man to finish what he started. But you don't come, you don't come, I like it. Mason met a girl he loved and brought her back to Boston. He poisoned her with cyanide and buried her in Austin. But she don't come, he don't come, I like it. Will I see you again? Oh no, my friend, let go, my friend. Will we meet here again? Oh no, my friend, let go, my friend. Mason left the dealing trade to take care of his woman. He built a box around her grave and tended her garden. But you don't come, you don't come, I like it. Mason was a dealer, he sold heroin on the black market. He spent his life a wanted man to finish what he started. But you don't come, he don't come, I like it. Will I see you again? No, my friend, oh no, my friend. Will we meet here again? Oh no, my friend, let go, my friend. Will I see you again? Oh no, my friend, let go, my friend. Will we meet here again? Oh no, my friend, let go, my friend. Thank you. Stick around for verse 3. She had a library in her car. She was impressed by the commotion from prime ministers to czars. She was going through the motions. From T.S. Eliot to Rambo, she was destined for the wasteland, like some toxic puppet show, where the master gives you the backhand. So she left him at the altar. She put her honey on the shelf. Sometimes you gotta stand for something. I've come too far to give out. Washing machines and pipe dreams clean the dirt from the back of my mind. But the lonesome stench of all I've lost will always linger close behind. The electric force of the highway, as tumbleweeds fly past the door. She's got gold and she's got diamonds. They don't buy much anymore. So she left him at the altar. She put her honey on the shelf. Sometimes you gotta stand for something. I've come too far to give out. She was allergic to wool, so counting sheep was not an option. So I bought her an alpaca, 'cause I knew she hadn't got one. I'm singing out here just for you, as my voice echoes through the mountains. Singing songs is just my lifeblood that drains out of the good Lord's fountain. So I left her at the altar, put my honey on the shelf. Sometimes you gotta stand for something. I've come too far to give out. Thank you. Clap your hands, sing along, do a cartwheel, and thank you for coming. We appreciate it. The whole Society of Music musicians, artists everywhere appreciate you spending your hard-earned dollars to be here in this room with us tonight. So thank you very much. Well, the shadows are falling on possessions I once earned, and all the tables that I'm turning, like matchsticks they get burned. And I'm wondering where you'll be, and you're wondering if I've learned, but I won't let you down this time. I won't let you down, won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. I won't let you down, won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. I'm thinking about forgiveness, I'm not looking for acceptance, 'cause it's a sinner's world, gets us to do all the things that we love the most. I got my foot down on the pedal, my hands upon the throttle. I promise I'm coming home for good this time. And I won't let you down, won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. I won't let you down, won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. I'm gonna fire my backup singers and bring you on the road with me. How's that sound? Thinking about the silver, thinking about the gold, thinking about all the things that I could have or I could hold. But most of all, I'm thinking about you on this dark and dreary night. But I won't let you down this time. I won't let you down, I won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. And I won't let you down, I won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. All right, it's your turn. Lead it, Paul. Now in broken Canadian French. I won't let you down, I won't let you down, and I won't let you down, I won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. I won't let you down, won't let you down, and I won't let you down this time. Thank you so much for being with us here at the Little Brick Cafe. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Jenny. Prairie Song Alliance, River Valley Sessions, Little Brick Cafe. And all you fine folks for being here. Thank you.